Isaac also fully transitioned, with blockers, hormones, and top surgery. Now 19 and a sophomore in college, his perspective has been gradually shifting.
I mean, in a way, I very much fit the very, typical trans narrative. I decided to transition. I legally changed my name. I, started taking testosterone. I got top surgery. But I started realizing at around 16, 17, what a huge, huge decision I had made to embrace this masculine part of myself so deeply. Going through an artificial puberty, I didn't really experience this sort of formative time. And I kind of mourn that in a way because, as much as we all know puberty is that sort of, gross, slimy molding of everybody into a person. And the way that I went through that was, meticulously tested and controlled and dosed. And it's been good, but I wonder what that experience or what role that experience has in a person's conception of his or her gender. And I can never know that for me. None of this is to say that I made any sort of wrong decision or regret transitioning, because it was really painful to be presenting as male and not be on testosterone and not have top surgery. And my mind was really cleared of that sort of pain after that in a way that allowed me to come to this openness, I guess, about my gender. But I think it's become really clear in recent years that any sort of big problems that I thought I would fix by transitioning weren't really fixed. I really don't like to use the term regret, although it's kind of hard to speak about how I feel about my gender without there being some element of regret, or at least of fear, I think, a little bit, of what the implications of the choices that I made are. I'm putting a chemical into my body once a week. I'm like, and there are very, very, very clear effects of that. And I'm assuming that there are also unclear effects to that. I mean, it is super easy as a kid to hear, these things are irreversible and be like, okay, I don't care. Just, I want it. Because time doesn't, you don't think of time in the same way when you've only experienced a tiny little sliver of it. But I think in the past few years, at least for me, I would at some point like to take a break, at least from testosterone, because I don't like to imagine that, the entirety of the time that I spend on this earth will be spent sort of separate from what my body actually is. Like, I don't really know what it means to be like a man in this body, or a man in the body that I was born in, because I've only really been a man in a constructed body, which I enjoy and it's comfortable, but also that's just like not really my body.